So that was annoying. The guy just like took off my shoe and he's like, oh, there's something wrong with your shoe. I thought there was something on the bottom of my shoe. And it looks like we're arriving. It's called Banh Mi 25. It's just a little stand. So I got the original banh mi with pate. It's one of the original things they had 20 years ago. She got the jambon, which is the ham with pate. And the reason that the menu said jambon, I'm not slaughtering it, it's French for ham. And I believe that's because quite a while ago, Vietnam was actually colonized by the French. The pate is really good, it's nice and warm. The cucumber adds a nice little subtle hint in there. I like it. How's yours? And now we're just gonna satisfy a craving of some egg coffee. Hey Vanessa. What would they do if we didn't pay at that last restaurant? Whoa. Or they ban me. And on this walk, I'm just amazed by how nice of a people all of these Vietnamese people in Hanoi are. We have not ran into a single grumpy person. And everyone is extremely helpful, they're super nice, very polite. The food is what will get you here. The people is what's gonna keep you. And we have arrived at the place that we're gonna get some good egg coffee. Look at this little sign. In all this madness, we have to go down this little back alley to find our egg coffee. This is the best thing ever. Sit at my tiny little table with my tiny little chairs. This little restaurant is awesome. It has egg with chocolate, egg with matcha, egg with green beans. That's a new one. So rather than a little saucer underneath, it came with a bowl of water. So it's actually sitting in the bowl of water. I don't even understand the reason. I can only assume to wash off your spoon, but there's actually water in there. I have to figure out the reason for that. Oh, it's so thick. Is it the best thing you've ever tried? Okay, judging by your first couple sips, is this the one place that you have to go to if you came to Hanoi? I agree. You have to come here. That's just a fact. So we just left the coffee shop and we are headed back home to pack. We have about 50 minutes to get to the hotel and pack and then be ready to go. Just because we have to check out at noon and it's 11:10, so. Hanoi is actually really cheap though. I thought we completely blew our budget, but we were right on track. Our budget is $35 a day, and with all the food that we ate yesterday, the couple beers or few beers that we had off camera, and our hotel and like everything yesterday was $70 total, like $35 a piece. So that's completely reasonable. So right after that scene, there was a guy sitting on a curb that started pointing at the bottom of my foot like I had something on my shoe. So when I lifted up my foot, he actually ended up grabbing my flip-flop right off and then started sewing it up and stuff. I told him not to. Then he, sure enough, after polishing it up all nicely, demanded that I paid for it. And so they're swearing back and forth because obviously I didn't want to pay him for something that I didn't actually ask him to do. That was annoying. So I gave him $30,000 just to get my shoe back, but yeah, it does. Actually, my shoe does look really good. We don't have time for him to fix the other shoe though, so.
So now one's black and one's all
So one looks awesome and then the other one is just all dirty. How much do you want? Like 150? He wanted 150 dong to fix, which is, that's more than these flip-flops. Yeah, that's more than the flip-flops are worth. We walked for literally another, I don't know, 2 minutes. We're still talking about the fact that the guy just tried to polish up my shoe and stuff. I guess he did polish up my flip-flop. And another guy started pointing at my shoe again. So when you come here, don't fall for the scam like I did. Goodbye, bags. See you on the other side. Alright, so we're just getting out of the bus, headed to Kaba. Let's sit. I don't care. Do you have a preference? Well, that was an interesting bus ride. As soon as we took off, he started playing a movie that was in Vietnamese. There was no Vietnamese people on there except for the guy driving the bus. Literally packed with tourists. Then that was followed up by the guy blaring Shania Twain. And every time we stopped, he probably restarted that Shania Twain video like 3 or 4 times. But now we're just gonna hop on the ferry and then we should be in Kapa Island.